and the UR-210 by URWERK is not a novelty per se, but this time they came out with a fully engraved version, so let's go and find out more with Martin Fry. So you had already done some pretty fancy engraved timepieces with the EMC. You remember the EMC pistol, but this time you kind of went all the way, didn't you?
Of course, with the pistol we got to know our engraver Florian Güllert, the Austrian guy from Wörthersee, and he's an incredible engraver. It's just amazing. And we got to know him, of course, with that first piece, and we saw what he can do. And we have one watch, and that's the 210, the full metal jacket, on which you can, extend the engraving that goes all around the wrist. And it took him a month, like 300 hours of work. Every link of the bracelet is 1 day of work, and so he did it in 2 steps. First, he sent us before Basel. He sent us the piece, but it wasn't totally finished, and probably was hoping that he doesn't somehow gets away with it. But then we said, no, of course it has to be engraved all the way around, and he did. He went again in and finished it for us here, that we can show it here in Basel.
And it's particularly difficult to do because, I mean, it's on steel, right?
Absolutely. That's the thing. That's why we worked with him, in fact, because he works with steel objects, guns. He has not the same toughness with the steel that they're using on guns, but with our watch, of course, we gave him the steel watch that we have, the bracelet that we use, and so he had to deal with it. And so this must be quite tough. And what I love, of course, is that confrontation of the Baroque, of that Baroque style. It's kind of like a Baroque is an art movement that is kind of like a conservative backlash on the Enlightenment. And if you have that with a really clean-cut piece, that's our 210, you have this confrontation of 2 styles, of this sci-fi, high-tech style, and contrast it with that Baroque feel of the engraving. And so that's the idea.
And each piece obviously is kind of unique, but is this also really a unique piece that you're doing, or are you going to do other 210s with this kind of engraving?
I mean, definitely not with the same engraving that we can't do to our engraver, but maybe we have to see. This depends.
And how do people respond to it?
Of course, it has this magical feel because you feel the energy that is in it. When it's handmade, when it's crafted by an artist, his struggle. And Florian told me a bit about it, and I can really feel for him. When you have to make decisions, design decisions, whether going this way or that way. Imagine you can only make a mistake. Actually, you can't make a mistake. So you have to really think about it first. You have to prepare your work. And then you have to go for it. You have to say, okay, that's it. That's what I want. And then you have to invest yourself in it, because you're going to work a whole month on it. So, and you feel this energy is now afterwards. It's in the piece, and just adds on the energy that we already filled into the 210. So you have both together, which is cool. So.
Congratulations, and thank you for your time.
Sure, you're welcome. Always.